All right, guys, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the League of Legends Collegiate League right now on this wonderful Sunday. Of course, we are going to be having 4 to 6 games this evening because it is the Mindanao Conference. And joining you guys today are your shoutcasters. My name is Aika, and with me here today is Amplifier.
Yeah, so hey guys, a lot of exciting games for us today,
Yeah.
and actually, I think sisimulan na tayo agad. There's not really much time for intro since we're gonna be going straight to the pick and ban.
Yes.
And apparently narinig ko, pwede pa lang gamitin si Rise today.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
so
not
wala pa lang ban.
disabled.
Usually kasi, yun ang nangyayari kapag may major rework, we don't allow the players to use kasi malay natin may mga bug, especially with Rise.
Yes.
Sobrang laki na rework talaga kay Rise,
Yes.
especially for those who've tried him out in solo queue, yung bagong Realm Warp niya.
Yeah.
So apparently, kung gustong gamitin ng mga teams natin today ngayon, I guess we'll see it maybe.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
All right. So exciting things there. Let's head into the drafting phase for Game 1. This is between Ateneo de Davao University and Mindanao State University, ROP, that is Rite of Passage, and FTW Fear the Unknown.
Yeah, so Rite of Passage versus Fear the Worst. Pala.
Fear the Worst,
yeah,
sorry.
Fear the Worst for Mindanao State University. Sion being banned straight out. That's actually interesting. Sion is a top laner na hindi natin masyadong nakikita actually recently in the meta. So that will be an interesting ban. Probably a comfort pick for Mordecai. And then Zed is going to be banned as well. Someone who we also haven't seen. Medyo na he did receive a change recently na you are rewarded kapag mas maraming shuriken yung natatamaan mo. That'll be higher damage. But yung individual damage of the shuriken was nerfed. So it's no longer, you're not as rewarded for poking with one Q.
Yes.
But if you can land several with your shadows or with your ult, the
Yes.
damage is higher. So he was changed. We won't be seeing him. A lot of mid lane assassins being removed. LeBlanc and Zed being removed. And then Thresh is also going to be banned as well. So you won't be seeing those champions here. Azir being banned. He was also changed in patch 6.14. Na-nerf yung level 1 to 11 damage ng soldiers niya. So Arise was changed that way. Pero same scaling, it's just early game is gonna suck for all of the Azir mains, including myself,
Yes,
which should be
definitely.
naman talaga. That does make sense. We're just waiting for the last ban. No other top laner being banned yet. Junglers all available. Rek'Sai is also free. Fiora banned. So she was also changed in this patch. Higher healing with her Q.
Yes, I believe they improved her curve as well.
Yeah, earlier damage with the lunge as well. So Swain, first pick here from the side of ADDU, still in a pretty good spot. Maganda siyang flex pick. He can still be used either mid or top. So he still is a viable pick. Gragas and Echo possibly being picked here. Napakalakas pa rin ni Gragas ngayon actually. Still a very high priority jungler in any region actually. Sobrang taas ng priority pick dyan aside from your usual Rek'Sai, Nidalee, etc. Lee Sin, the next one to be picked in here. High mechanical requirement though. So surprised that he got this over Rek'Sai, but he will be taking that. So at least they have some engage options already. Echo, not being picked as often as before. Dati napakataas na priority dyan, but ever since the tanko nerfs, he's not being seen as much.
Although no, yesterday we had like around 6 games. It was mostly definitely a lot of Gragas and Lee Sin picks.
Yeah.
Not so much Rek'Sai falling around 3rd place, probably because also of the changes in 6.14 on that Rek'Sai. The tremor sense got nerfed.
Yeah, pero
So-
very slight lang naman actually. I'm guessing people would rather opt for the early game of Lee Sin. He does pack more damage, I would think, than Rek'Sai. Yung advantage kasi ni Rek'Sai over Lee Sin is number 1, hindi ganun kataas yung expectation sa'yo kapag Rek'Sai compared to Lee Sin. With Lee Sin, you're expected to land your Q as often as possible. And, like I said, mataas yung mechanical requirement for Lee Sin. So, it's not as reliable a jungler as, for example, Rek'Sai, where all you have to do is tunnel through and then knock up. It's so much easier than insect kicks and etc. like that. Karma being locked in, still a good pick, can be flex mid or support. So, still giving Mindanao a lot of doubt. Ziggs being locked in with Ezreal.
Oh.
So Ziggs
Haven't
is
seen
someone-
that in a while. Yeah, even despite the changes that he got way back 6.9, I think.
It's pretty old, forgotten changes. Pero I'm glad that these teams are picking up. We'll see how he fares against whoever mid laner. This is probably going to be mid Karma siguro to. Ezreal being locked in for AD carry, so they will be waiting for the support. Meanwhile, a Rite of Passage just waiting for the bot lane, which will probably be Soraka Vayne, possibly. And we'll see late game scaling. Medyo I'm just a bit worried for ADU kasi wala silang clear peel or frontline. Lee Sin doesn't really count as frontline. I mean, there's some disengage at least kapag may AoE shield from Karma and the Lee Sin, but you don't really have something like an Alistar or a Gragas to help the Vayne out. So hopefully they're able to keep Vayne safe. We just have to wait for the support pick. Braum. Gonna be wow. So
that is gonna be a problem.
yeah. So nice team composition from Mindanao State University. Halatang siege comp talaga yung binibuild nila. There's a lot of disengage, a lot of poke from the Ezreal and the Ziggs, and then you have pretty nice backline engage as well from the Echo. So napakaraming options ng Mindanao State University.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for ADU, they have an interesting team composition. They also actually, I'm not sure how to describe their team comp kasi gaya na sinabi ko kanina, medyo natatakot ako sa team fight nila. They can definitely make picks here and there, I guess with the Lee Sin and the Karma, but overall, I'm a bit unsure about their win conditions siguro for this game. I don't know, it's a bit confusing. They can split push.
I guess they're banking on, I mean, probably late game Swain definitely is going to be their frontliner.
Late game for sure. Because they have the Swain and they have the Vayne.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is get past the...
Leading up to that.
Yeah.
The objectives. I'm not sure either.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am right now with their single. I have no idea how they're going to approach you early to mid game. I mean, Lee Sin for sure. I guess that's why you lock in the Lee Sin. Maybe they were planning to pick Vayne earlier on in the rotation. So siguro yung plan nila, sige, mag-Vayne tayo, pero kailangan natin ng early game help. So it's either the Rek'Sai, the Elise, or the Lee Sin. Maybe Lee Sin was more comfortable, so the Lee Sin will be able to help Soraka and Vayne out maybe during the early game, especially against this Gragas. Post 6 Gragas is very punishing to any squishy target.
Yes.
So they definitely need the help from the Lee Sin. And then maybe eventually, after Karma and Lee Sin, pag nakascale na yung mga yan, they can start roaming to bot lane to help Soraka or Vayne, or even Swain, for example. They can make TP plays. I'm a bit unsure about ADU's team composition, pero they are supposedly one of the strongest performing teams in this split for the LCL. So even though the team composition looks a bit scary, maybe makita natin mamaya sa game within the Summer's Rift how to play out that team composition. Pero good job so far.
And now we are already in the Summoner's Rift. Again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the League of Legends Collegiate League 2016 Summer Term Conference Series, the Mindanao Conference, and this is Game 1 between Rite of Passage Ateneo de Davao University and Mindanao State University, MSU. So, alright, and on the blue side, we have Happy on the Swain top lane, we have Bohong on the Lee Sin jungle, Kitanda on the Karma mid lane with the barrier, Gosu on the Vayne ADC, and Carle on the Soraka support.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the red side, that's gonna be Fear the Worst, Mindanao State University. That's gonna be Mordecai in the top lane with the Echo, Gragas in the jungle with Thanatos in the jungle with Gragas. That's gonna be Ziggs in the mid lane. I can't see them. Macdoom, I think. Yeah, that's Macdoom in the mid lane with Ziggs. And then Monkey in the, as the AD carry with the Ezreal. And then that's gonna be Sad Life as support Braum.
Alright.
So already bot lane was actually behind. Nakita natin Braum was taking a very long time at blue buff, helping out Thanatos. So medyo na-sacrifice nila yung laning phase ni Ezreal. I don't think that was a good idea because when you allow Vayne to kite for so long at bot lane without engage, it's really punishing.
Oh yes, but wait a minute, here in the mid lane we have Satchel Charge saving Macdoom, and with those bombs he just gets first blood quite easily, even outnumbered. Macdoom with the first blood right there for Mindanao State University.
Yeah, so medyo magtataka ka kung ano yung goal ni Lee Sin doon kasi I mean, yes, Lee Sin ganks are good during the early game, but the way they executed it was very awkward kasi he ward jumped in and then took all of the damage from all of the slows from Ziggs, and then he stayed there way too long. He probably should have saved the ward jump for escaping rather than to use it to get behind him kasi wow,
wait
already.
A minute. Guys, right from the get-go, we have the post and win promo. Again, just share your thoughts about this moment. The hashtag MSU First Blood and hashtag LCL Min8. Again, make sure to put these hashtags and the stream link, esports.garena.ph/stream, and as well as your thoughts on that moment. And you guys could win that lovely skin. And by the way, make sure your post is public so that it can be counted.
Yeah, definitely interested to hear kung ano yung Well, ano yung thoughts niyo on that first blood? Because if I was a Lee Sin, I wouldn't have war jump behind him. Except kung post 6 ka, that would definitely make sense because then you can do the insect kick. But
Oh, and once again here, Makdoom may be in trouble. We have Kitanda and Bohong onto him. He has the red buff, but will that be enough? No, it won't. And neither was the pot or the cookie. So there we have Makdoom down. Meanwhile, in bot lane, we also have a fight erupting there. Sad Life doing his best. While we were looking there, apparently Bohong just sneakily gets a double kill, and now Kitanda is onto Mordecai with that surprise attack, but will he be the one surprised? Is he gonna go down? Barrier does help him stay alive, and Bohong is now on a killing spree. It is 5 minutes in, and the aggression is real.
yeah, so you can see how Rite of Passage is gonna play out this game. 3-1 na po yung Lee Sin this early on. Sobrang messy talaga na nangyari during the early game for Fear the Worst. They should have been the one to fear the worst, actually. This is the worst thing that can happen to them early on in the game, giving this season 3-1. Definitely, during the pick and ban phase, it was already predictable na yun talaga yung mangyayari since the top lane and the mid lane are...
Oh no, here in the mid lane, Makdoom is in trouble again. Bohong just won't stop trying to kill him, and he succeeds once more. 4-1, and now this Bohong, of course, gets all those 4 kills.
Yeah, Fear the Worst has to slow down.
Yeah.
Sobrang bilis na mga pangyayari, and they've allowed such a big goal lead already at 5 minutes in this.
Nung sinabi mo na kailangan nila yung Lee Sin for the early game pressure, you weren't kidding.
I was not
this
kidding.
This is intense pressure.
Yeah, and to think, knowing that a Lee Sin should be aggressive in the early game, you'd think Fear the Worst would put up vision or, you know, be a bit safer. Pero good job, I guess, from Lee Sin so far to, you know, really abuse this mid lane. I mean, despite yung first blood na binigay niya actually early on, he's been doing fine ever since. And
yes, here in the top lane again, Bohong relentless with his ganks onto the different lanes. He gets another kill off of Mordecai this time.
Yeah, in the end, it's pretty much just poor vision from the side of Fear the Worst. They really need to put down wards where Lee Sin should be passing. So far, nakita natin, Echo got ganked there without much vision at top lane. So I'm expecting vision, pero sadly Echo will not be bringing any pink ward to top lane, so he'll still be a bit vulnerable. He'll have to use his trinket properly. Meanwhile, bot side is actually also a bit vulnerable right now. There's still no vision on the river right now near Cloud Drake, which will be the first, which was also changed actually. So patch 6.14, he did receive a buff finally after a very long time. Pinansin na rin na Riot ang Clown Drake. So he got additional movement speed out of combat, which was a huge boost actually. If you get 2 Juggats, you get 50 movement speed, and that's really big. So it could be a high priority now for our teams. Blue buff being given over to Thanatos as he visits the bot lane. Lee Sin still sitting at mid lane here, but there is a pink ward, so not sure if Fear the Worst spotted him out.
So yes, no, Makdoom is already far behind in the CS game.
Yeah, 43 to 29.
And the itemization as reflected there. So pretty worrying trend for Mindanao State University.
Yeah. Kasi medyo awkward yung early game talaga ng Fear the Worst. What's gonna happen is that Ziggs and Ez and Echo, all of them, they all need to reach like a 1 or 2 item power spike before they can get going. Ezreal, obviously, tier AD carry. Kailangan talaga niya mag-scale. So they really need help. And yung problema kasi is Gragas does not match the ganks of Lee Sin as early. Kasi like we said, Gragas, of course, he tries to reach that level 6, but Lee Sin can cheese gank at level 2. So syempre, he obviously took advantage of that, knowing that Gragas probably wouldn't match his gank.
And this Bohong just keeps going. And despite that, despite the several attempts at ganking, he is still far ahead as well in CS compared to Thanatos there.
Yeah, been doing fine. I believe the shield of Lee Sin was also buffed in this patch, so it would help him to sustain in the jungle.
But I think it's mostly in the late game, the shield to allies when you go.
Yeah, that's right. So all of the lanes actually right now of Fear the Worst, because of the ganks of Lee Sin, are behind. Rite of Passage is ahead in about 20 CS in every lane right now. And like you said, it's really a bad state for Fear the Worst to be in. They really have to wait until Gragas hits post 6, and then he should probably be ganking either mid or bot lane.
Oh no, yes, in the bot lane here, Bohong again! repeatedly. Just keeps ganking all the lanes. This Lee Sin does not intend to stop anytime soon.
Yeah. Medyo mahirap lang actually mag-gank sa bot lane. So far, Lee Sin hasn't had any successful ganks at bot, which is understandable kasi first of all, there's a Braum, and there's the escape potential from Ezreal. So if anything, I would still make him gank either top or mid since the success rate of ganking is much higher there. Syempre, may in-lane CC na si Swain and Karma. So these two lanes are really the best to gank since Soraka, sobrang laki talaga niya sa CC.
Yep.
And still, Lee Sin is gonna try and gank. Oh!
Oh, and there he kicks Sad Life out of the lane, and now Monkey's doing his best to save his support, but is it enough? It is not. Goes to slay Sad Life, and Sad Life indeed. 6-1 on the scoreboard, 10 minutes in.
Yeah, that's how you war jump. Yun yung gamit talaga. The Mystic, I mean the Arcane Shift was sobrang sakto nun. If he didn't Arcane Shift earlier, he would have been the one to get decent kick. Q missing though. Oh, Gragas finally appearing in lane. So it's been a while since we've seen Gragas anywhere.
Yes, well now he has level 6,
yeah.
so it's like, oh, I can finally be of use to you.
Yeah, exactly. Pero ideally what Fear the Worst should be doing here, so you hit post 6, you wait for the tier to turn into something, and then you start taking advantage of Zig's globals. So since he is already level 8 right now, Gragas can already start match ganking bot. He can use that to throw Vayne into his own team, but this is going to be the Cloud Drake.
Yes, a little bit too late there on the ultimate from Maktoum. First Drake, the Cloud Drake, goes to Ateneo de Davao University.
Yeah, and sorry for what you guys saw at the bottom part of the screen. That's actually outdated. Cloud Drake actually gives higher movement speed now for the... Yeah, he gives higher speed. So it's instead of 15 for level 1, or for the first Cloud Drake, it's going to be 25.
Ooh, and there in the top lane, as we have explained, the Cloud Drake, Mordecai just goes down to Happy. He must be very happy indeed. He is 1-0-2. No deaths just yet.
No.
And meanwhile, Maktoum must be having a horrible time here in mid lane. Again, another gank under turret by ROP. It looks like it goes alright because there's a shutdown onto Bohong there by Maktoum.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs right now. Actually, Ziggs really needs to catch up in terms of CS. If he gets his first item, sobrang sakit na niyan. So, after he gets his first item, Gragas can start ganking the bot lane. And they can start really going for engages now. Kasi although Braum is not exactly yung pinakamagandang engage support, he can still flash ult. So, you can use the global from Ziggs, use Gragas to gank bot lane, and then try to snowball the bot lane from there. Echo does not care, actually. He does really need. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Close call.
Yes, right there. So Maktoum seems to be in a better mood now. Probably felt good about that shutdown there.
Yeah, he is approaching more Economicon quite soon. So lalakas na rin yan. Like I said, we were just waiting for action at bot lane. I think that's really the best option that Fear the Worst has. After taking bot lane, they can start contesting dragons again. Sheen being taken here, so going to be an Iceborne Gauntlet first for Ezreal. And then we'll see what they decide to do next. Pero right now, Rite of Passage just needs to keep doing what they're doing. Pretty much. Just keep there. Lee Sin is actually at red side right now. He's already invading. All he has to do is put down the vision. And then he can start taking the outer turrets.
Alright, so there guys, that was the game 1. So we're just taking some chill moments here and talk about the game so far that's been happening. Very intense. I believe it was 10 minutes in and they already got 6-1.
Yeah, the biggest thing to take note of in that game was yung 5-1 ni Lee Sin, honestly.
Yes.
Like, diba, nung pick and ban phase, we were saying that I was really worried kasi hindi ko alam kung paano ba nila i-pull off yun. Pero in the end, he was able to make it work, mostly talaga sa mid lane. Kasi once Karma lands the tether, you just get rooted. It's so easy to land the Q after that. And then si Ziggs obviously will have to burn his flash, and without flash, he has to use the bomb. And that escape mechanism, sobrang tagal kasi lalagay mo pa sa lapag, tapos you have to put your foot in the right place, obviously, to get away. So
otherwise, you might get flung
towards them. Exactly. So sobrang unfortunate talaga na Ziggs was the target. Pero it was the most successful way for Lee Sin to snowball during that early game. And then from there, Lee Sin ended up just helping the rest of the lanes. Because once Lee Sin gets five kills, Diba? I mean, it's so
Yes.
easy for him to start help the other lanes to snowball. Kasi, I mean, that's really Lee Sin's goal. You know, you get the early game going after maybe a
Yes.
couple of kills. You start snowballing your lanes, and then from there, you know, you're fine. So
Uh-huh.
apparently, yun, we have the spectate error. So we're just gonna try to fix that. Pero anyway, yeah, I mean, really great job from Lee. Despite yung first blood na he gave away.
The mistake
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, he ward jumped in and he got all the slows. But aside from that, you know, everything else was fine. He got Karma a couple of kills. Sumakit yung Q na. Then eventually from there, you just... The more that Lee Sin puts attention on another lane, the better for his Vayne. Kasi
Yes.
that's really what he needs to do, is to keep the Vayne, you know, just farming safely. Soraka on Lee heals, diba? So
Yep.
all he has to do is keep farming down there at that bot lane, and then eventually everything will smoothen out from that point.
All right, guys. So I guess despite the worrisome draft on the onset, Ateneo de Davao University seems to really know how to play their composition, and because of that, have gotten a very early game lead. Now, in the meantime, guys, by the way, if you have any thoughts or comments or just shout outs in general to the teams or to us here or to everyone who's watching, just drop it in the chat for the stream because we can read it out loud for you.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have here from Maginoong Critico, lol at tower shutdown of Lee Sin. Lol, indeed. I believe if I was the Ziggs, I'd have been laughing my face off.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, that was really sad. All right, and next we have Eric Poggy. Hi, Aika. Hi, Eric Poggy. Hello. Okay, and next we have James Marquez. Mababaliktad siguro ang game.
Yeah, well, that's the hope, diba? Kasi
Yeah.
gaya na sinasabi namin kanina, that's ideally after Lee Sin does that to you, you know, medyo nakakaano sa ego ng team. Pero I'm
Yes.
sure, like, ideally what Fear the Worst, gaya na sinabi ko kanina, you know, they'll spike at mid-game. So after the Iceborne Gauntlet, after the Manamune, you know, Ziggs will start getting his items too, Echo will start to get tanky, and then mid-game team fights will just explode.
Yes.
Assuming na kayang iset the Fear the Worst. Kasi so far, the worry that we've seen for the first 10 minutes of the game is yung Fear the Worst, they're not really setting up vision properly. They're getting ganked easily. Lee Sin is they're making it so easy for Lee to disrupt, you know, their laning phase.
And yeah, and that's the interesting thing here in the LoL Collegiate League compared to the Pro Gaming Series. You don't have much history on the teams. You don't really know how they're going to play every game.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, Fear the Worst just really didn't expect it from any team
Yeah.
at all to be that aggressive. And now, guys, let's head back into the Summoner's Rift. Again, this is still Game 1 between Ateneo de Davao University, Rite of Passage, and Mindanao State University, Fear the Worst. And right from the get-go, we have here in the top lane a gank by Bohong onto Mordecai. Mordecai using his ultimate to get away from that. And his turret is going to fall.
Yeah, so this is exactly, like we said, no? So this is exactly what Lee has to do. All he has to do is to snowball the other lanes after getting that early advantage. 6-3-5 na siya. So he's doing
Yes.
really well right now. All of the members of Rite of Passage
Yes,
have
so
wonderful KDAs right now.
actually, the gap is super big at this point. It's almost 20 minutes, and the scoreboard is 15-3.
Yeah. So really painful start for Fear the Worst. And it's 10k gold lead at
Whoa.
20 minutes right
Okay.
now. And as you can see, sobrang dilim pa rin actually ng mapa ng Fear the Worst. Again, their vision game is really weak
Yeah, that's true.
in this game. And
Even with defensive wards, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what they needed ever since the beginning. Whoa.
Oh, we have Glacial Fisher on to Bohong there. Probably not the most wise thing to do. We have a teleport play coming in from Happy. And on the side, Kitanda poking them out of the lane.
Yeah. So nahihirapan talaga yung Fear the Worst here. They have very little vision. There's gonna be a mid lane push. But I think they're actually gonna back out. So Dragon still not up. 2 Clown Drakes already. So I no longer have the right to call this a Clown Drake kasi
Clown Drake.
medyo na-buff na siya. So I'll stop
Yes.
calling it that. Pero the Clown Drake, now that's double. So that means 50 out of combat movement speed. So sobrang bilis na ngayon na movement speed ng mga
Lalo ng
members ng
rotation.
ADDU.
Yeah.
And you know, that's like the thing they probably want the most. Kasi Lee Sin, you know, the faster he moves out of combat, the easier it will be for him to find picks to continue snowballing ROP. And
exactly.
as you can see on your screen, that's exactly what's happening right now.
He's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, and man, he's so brave. Like, Braum at this point, he should be a bit tankier than he is right now. Pero, like, Lee Sin is killing him like he's not a tank. at the moment. He's just really squishy. Everyone is squishy in the eyes of Lee Sin right now.
Well, they're very far behind. There's a 10k gold lead at the moment, and it seems that this Baron is just going to be free for the taking for Rite of Passage.
Yeah, you can see na Bohong has instilled fear. In Fear the Worst right now. Literally, they are fearing the worst. Kasi, man, the snowball is just insane. You don't expect this kind of a gold lead this early on, and there.
Yeah,
free
so
Baron.
this free Baron, again, guys, here at the LOL Collegiate League is brought to you by Smart, our official sponsor for this tournament. So, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, we still have more posts and wins for all of the games. Each of the game will have its own glorious moment, so watch out for those. And for each and every one, there will be a different skin to go home with. So, syempre, free na yun pag napili yung post ninyo. So, you know, give us something interesting to read. And any comments you guys have, feel free to discuss in the chat section.
Yeah, so, one thing you have to ask yourself, siguro kung ako yung red team, ano kaya yung gagawin ko? Kasi if I was on the red side, I'd be really sad right now. You know, and the shot caller must be like, guys, what do we do? Pero the thing to do here for, I mean, if ever you guys have a solo queue game, although hopefully this never happens to your solo queue game, like, the thing you want to do with it, oh wait, there's gonna be another clash.
Yes, here in the mid lane, very early Glacial Fissure there to mitigate the gank, but no, that doesn't even stop Bohong. He just goes in and gets a kill.
Yeah,
well,
so
actually
obviously,
that kill was for Carly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a very comfortable pick para kay Bohong. As in, sobrang gamay na niya yung champion na to. We saw he easily found a ward jump path to get to 6, and Vayne getting quite low.
Oh, yes, looks like Mindanao State University trying to retaliate here in the mid lane, although they are getting poked out by Kitanza there, and yeah, Happy just gets another kill right on top of his already very glorious kill record. That's 5-0 and 6, and MSU just keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah, this is really expected kasi you walk anywhere past the initial lane, and you really...
Ooh, a satchel charge to keep him off the turret, and Mordecai dives into his death, and followed as well by Bohong. Bohong, they're very aggressive, exploded by the bomb of Macdoom, and it is 1-4-2 right now.
Yikes.
And 1-4-3 actually, as Kitanda takes one more for their team. And now it is 19-4 on the scoreboard, and the fight just keeps on going because ROP just wants to close this out as early as they can.
Yeah, nakita natin the members of ROP are snowballed so far that look at him. Swain's just in front of everyone, absorbing all that damage. Wala siyang pake, literally, sa ginagawa ng Fear the Worst. There's so little damage coming from the side. I mean, most of them are forced to go double Dorans, and they don't have their second item spike yet at 23 minutes, so they really aren't doing enough damage to
when you're a
passage.
Ziggs and you don't have your death cap just yet, that's going to be very underwhelming.
Yeah, it's just suffering. I mean, and the point is, wala pang front-9 yung ROP. Pero
and look at that.
It's
the
still so difficult.
Drake is going to be a Clown Drake.
Wow, so if they get that again, that's 75 out of combat movement speed. Para naka-home guard na kayong lahat perma throughout the entire game pretty much. Pero yeah, I mean, again, if you guys have that experience where you're the red side, at this point in the game, when all of your teammates are telling you to surrender already and just say yes, you know, dapat tiwala lang. And for the red side, you know, all of your turrets pretty much outside of your base are taken out. And that can be taken as either a good thing or a bad thing. Because when you look at Fear the Worst, it's much harder for them to fight when a lot of them are getting caught out. But when you're all in base, you know, you can stick up as 5. So just wait for ROP to over-engage and be too aggressive.
We have another moment here. So 2 moments in just one game, guys. Post and win this wonderful pool party Lee Sin, because hashtag ADDU Bohong is on fire, and hashtag LCL Min 8. So guys, make sure to include these 2 hashtags as well as the stream links. You can use either the Facebook Live link or the esports.garena.ph/stream. And wait a minute, there's a fight here in the mid lane with Glacial Fissure to mark the start, and Happy is now right smack in the middle of Fear the Worst, and they are indeed fearing the worst and running for their lives because they have just lost 2 people, and Happy is almost full health, and Bohong is just diving like there's no tomorrow, and both Mordecai doing his best to be the tank that their team needs, but no, it is not enough, and Gosu is now on a killing spree.
Yeah, so really ROP, you know, just literally snowballing this entire game. Like,
Yeah.
they just stomped the entire mid lane. And for the Fear the Worst, you know, they really don't have much of an answer to this. And kasi when you also look at the way that we rank these teams, we said, gaya na sinabi namin kanina, Ateneo de Davao, they're really one of the strongest performing teams. And we can't really say the same for Fear the Worst. They haven't been performing as well as ADU. So we were expecting na yung Rite of Passage talaga yung mananalo sa game na to. Fear the Worst were the underdogs. And they did try to fight, but the early aggression from Rite of Passage was just way too overwhelming for Fear the Worst. They didn't anticipate that much aggression, and they didn't do what they needed to do to negate that much aggression. Yung warding nila was really underwhelming throughout the game. They were always out of place, and Lee Sin, you know, just really a comfort pick. And the other teams better take note of this pick. Next time, just ban the Lee Sin.
Just ban the Lee Sin.
And if you're not going to ban him, the best thing to do is really to just improve your vision.
Oh, wow. They're a little bit too underestimating the enemy. Gosu just went down to Monkey, a shutdown, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to give them another go at this game.
Yeah. At this point, the best thing for Fear the Worst to do is to think about what they did wrong this game, because they really allowed Lee Sin to snowball way too hard.
Yeah, he now has Guardian Angel.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised ka nag-lock it pa siya eh. If I was snowballing the same way he was, I would have probably gone full offense, you know, just Black Cleaver, Ravenous Hydra, get all the freaking offense items, diba? Kasi that's something that a lot of professional players do when you're a jungler and you have the option to go offense and you're snowballing early. Pwede kang mag-offense first item. Like for example, there's a jungler right now in CJ Entus from LCK. Yung ginagawa niya, when he gets a couple of early kills, for example, for the first 10 minutes, instead of buying your first jungling item, he gets a Tiamat.
Wow.
ASAP. And nothing can kill him pretty much for the next, like,
oh my God,
20 minutes or so. Kasi, well, that's what some junglers can do. You know, if you're snowballing, just grab a, you know, don't be afraid to go full offense.
Go for that shiny.
Yeah.
Offensive item.
But I mean, the locket still makes sense because, syempre, there's a lot of damage coming up from Ziggs. He is the most painful member. There's also AP from the Echo, so it did make sense. But like I said, there is an option to be a bit, you know, greedier if you are snowballing as the Lee Sin. Kahit wala nga siyang offense items aside from the Warriors, sobrang sakit pa rin niya actually.
Yeah, and you could see nga sa team fight na yun, sobra, they were staying very healthy.
Yeah.
Despite like getting hit by the turret, despite all of that.
Yeah, this is the biggest gold lead I've seen in quite some time. So good job from Rite of Passage to do really well so far during this early game.
All right, so we have here a lovely message from one of our viewers, Enrico Forondo. Summer na summer, pinasnowball pa. Ang funny niya.
Yes. Yes.
Summer na summer, pinasnowball. Wala eh, masyado silang malakas eh. But
oh,
anyway,
grabe talaga yung aggression eh.
We have here another fight erupting in the base of Fear the Worst, and indeed they are going down like dominoes here because ADDU Rite of Passage is just relentless in their aggression, though they have lost their star player Bohong to Thanatos there, but now their Nexus is exposed. They have a Baron buff, and I believe this is it. This is game, and this is an overwhelming victory going to Ateneo de Davao University Rite of Passage.
Yeah, so GG, well played. Really great job again from Rite of Passage. Sobrang galing na Lee Sin nila.
Yeah.
I mean, again, despite the first blood, he was able to recuperate right after. That's a very important element siguro kung if you guys are looking to be competitive players. Don't lose your cool.
Yes.
So even if you give away a couple of kills, I mean, if Lee Sin just tilted right after that first blood, they wouldn't have done as well as they did. Pero he just, you know, move on lang kaagad, make sure that you do what you need to do right after. And clearly, they knew what to do right after. After that first blood, he continued to do what he needed to do. Early aggression, you know, gank na ng gank, especially at the mid lane. And then from there, just snowball all of your other lanes. Sadly, Fear the Worst were not able to do what they needed to do. Understandable kasi bago nga silang team in the LCL. But again, you know, when you're a new team, the potential, you have untapped potential. There's so much more to learn for this team. And definitely, they need to improve their vision. Definitely.
Yeah, I think they were having yung mga moments sa'yo na alam mo yung ginagang ka, and then yung kasama mo are like, mag-turret hug ka na lang, tower hug, play safe, and then probably like Macdoom was already like, I'm already under the turret, I'm still dying.
Yeah, no one is safe when the Lee Sin is there.
You can see here, guys, the record 7-0 on that Swain and 5-0 on Kitanda on Gosu as well. did his job and snowballed all 3 of
Yeah.
their lanes.
Yeah, Guardian Angel and freaking 15k gold lead. Of course, they
Yes.
did their job. So really great job from Ateneo de Davao University. Again, GG well played to them, and hopefully we see a better performance from Fear the Worst in the games to come. Again, they have so much potential to grow. There's a lot
Yes.
for them to improve on. I actually like their team composition.
Their
It's
draft.
just yung
Uh-huh.
execution is something that they have to work on for the next games.
All right, guys. So again, congratulations to Rite of Passage representing Ateneo de Davao University. We still have 5 more games to go, and hopefully, the teams are going to show out as strong as the first game.
Yeah.
And guys, we still have more posts and wins, and of course, all of these wonderful esports excitement is brought to you on this wonderful Sunday by Smart, our official sponsor. So guys, we are your shoutcasters. My name is Aika, and with me here is Amplifier, and we'll be right back for game 2.